Hey everybody, Wheelchair Piper here. I'm back. I know it's been a while. Um, I don't have much to report today other than I am doing better. Um, I had a period there where my allergies and everything were just insanely bad. And it happens a lot in the springtime and the summer, so I want to let everyone know that my videos will be sporadic because it's the luck of a draw each day whether I'm going to feel good enough to do one or not, to be quite honest. But today's a good day and I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm in the office today and thought I would stop in and say hello. I am currently working on a bowl of Winchester. Love this stuff. I believe it's Cornell and Deal, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't looked in a minute. I just kind of open the jar and get in there, but I'm really enjoying this. It's really good. And Daddy's pipe today. Um, we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary of his passing. And it's a little rough, but faith, uh, faith in God and family and friends are keeping me on track, and I'm doing well. I've got a doctor's appointment coming up next week to have my feet looked at because I'm having some issues with my nails, and they are potentially going to have to remove them um, so that they can regrow. And that is going to be very painful for me. But I've been through many, many operations. So this is just another bump in the road. And we're going to get through it because I have always been one to be really strong about powering through whatever obstacles come my way. And I apologize for my posture. I'm going to try to fix that a little bit. Um, but I hope everybody's doing well. This one doesn't have a filter in it, so get a little bit of residuals sometimes coming through there. But I it's been a ride, folks. Where to start? I've been working on getting my house in order because, like a lot of people, I have way too much stuff in a small apartment. And I am a collector of instruments, a collector of cool things, and there's just a lot of stuff. And mainly clothes. Have you guys ever had people gift you like bags of clothes and then you don't wear half of them and you end up wanting to donate them but you forget about it and then they just pile up and pile up and pile up? Well, that's exactly what's going on here in Wheelchair Piper Camp. Is we are trying to downsize and get to the house in order, as well as building my studio here in the house. There's been a lot of spring cleaning, so to speak, going on, and just a lot of stuff going on in the midst of being sick. I don't know. Ever since I had COVID about 4 years ago, my health is very touchy. A lot of colds, a lot of sinus problems, um, and I think a lot of that has to do with some things I did in my past that I'm not proud of. We'll get into that maybe some other time. But I do have a past, and I've been through a lot, and I've come out on the other side, and I'm proud to say that I have not had a drink or any of that in almost 4 years. Um, I had a little problem with addiction at one point. I will say that much. And some of that stuff has probably done some damage to me. But I go to the doctor regularly and things look pretty good. So, um, other than that, I really don't have much to report. I'm just living life and still trying to quit smoking the cigarettes. I've I've done better and then I've done worse and then it's kind of a uphill battle, but we're getting there. Um, I don't have any right now and I'm not freaking out about it. So that's a step in the right direction. Um, and I'm sure that would help with some of this sinus and health stuff too. And that's why I'm making an effort to do things a little bit better for myself. And I don't know, everybody's done things that they're not proud of. And being in the field that I'm in, being a musician, you are offered pretty much anything under the sun at least one time. And when you're young and dumb, as they say, you do certain things that you're not proud of. But at 36, I'll be 36 this July, and I'm clean and sober. So I'm proud of that, and I've got God in my life and a great fiance, and I'm just trying to live better and be around for the family and friends, and to be here and make videos for you guys. So it's amazing to me the amount of support that you guys have shown me. It's just incredible. I can't get over it. Like, every time I come on here, I have to mention it because it just makes me feel good. Um, because I've been in a lot of really bad social situations and bullied and all kinds of different things when I was younger and even as an adult too. And it's very heartwarming to have such a community of people that are reaching out and being so kind. I really do appreciate that. And I just can't get over it, you guys. I'm so happy. And I'm just enjoying the hell out of it. But I got a new guitar. I meant to show that to you this video, but I've been doing a bunch of stuff this morning and I didn't get a chance to get it out to show you this time. But I will bring it out maybe next video and maybe play a song or two. But right now I have a bum finger. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what a zipper can do to your finger that is broken when you're trying to zip it up. Watch your fingers, kiddies, because this thing was deep and it's healing great, but it still, I can't play a guitar right now, and it's frustrating. Um, but I'm still on the radio. If you guys ever want to listen, it's Thursday nights at 10 p.m. on WDBX 91.1 FM here in Southern Illinois, and you can listen online at www.wdbx.org. You can listen Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Central Time. And I will be on the radio doing, playing some great music. I've got a music collection that you guys, a lot of the older generations will probably love, because I love older music. Anything 60s, anything from probably 20s up until about 1979, across any genre of music I like a lot. Something about the 80s was just a little too weird for me. And then the 90s were cool. And then after 2000, it started to go to crap again. So, but that's a topic for another show. Uh, Sorry, I digress. I'm a music critic because I was on the music committee for the radio station for a period of time, and I got to decide what was being played on the air. And that was a hell of a job, because we would get some terrible damn records. Let me tell you, we would get some really bad music in there, and I had to just throw it to the side. And we would have to go review these things. And, I would try to be as, neutral as I could, but some of that stuff was just bad. Okay, so I have a very specific taste in music. I like anything that is actually played by humans and not overproduced. I don't understand it. Back in the 70s, I'm going on a rant here, guys. Come along with me, won't you? Back in the early days of recording, when they were recording on reel to reel tape, you had 4 tracks to work with. And it was all of the band, everybody that was playing on the record was in one room and they were playing live. And if you didn't do something right, you had to replay it. You had to replay it or re-sing it. There was no, tweaking this here and putting this effect on it to make it pitch corrected or any of that stuff like they can do now with the Pro Tools, so to speak. In digital worlds, they can take anything and make it sound good or perfect. And that's the problem, is it's too perfect. The way music flows and the imperfections of a recording are what make a recording sound authentic and wonderful. I mean, if you listen to Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, any Led Zeppelin album that you can find, you can hear that it's humans playing this and they're doing it live. There's no overdub, there's no auto tune. It's just real. That's the kind of music that Joey likes. I am so particular. This stuff you hear on the radio now, it's overproduced. The same 10 songwriters get in a room every week and say, okay, let's write the same song that we wrote yesterday and put it out on a different record by a different artist. And it's all gonna sound the same and it's all gonna sound like shit. Sorry for the language, but it's just true. Um, Being a songwriter, um, I just have a really huge problem with the mainstream music industry, and that's why I got out of it. Um, because they weren't respecting me as an artist, because it was like, you are gonna play it this way, you're gonna play it at this tempo, you're gonna record this song because that song sucks, and I don't believe in that song, so you're not gonna record it. And I just couldn't deal with that. I've had two failed record contracts in my life, and that was the reason why, is because I basically told them where to go, pretty much in no uncertain terms, because I wasn't going to. Uh, I was gonna stick to my guns, and I was gonna do it my way, because I knew what I wanted to hear. So when you're listening to music, remember this. When you're listening to your favorite album by, I don't know, Simon and Garfunkel, let's take them for an example. If you go and you listen to Mrs. Robinson, listen to that and tell me you don't hear one iota of autotune in that. That is two people singing beautifully together in harmony, and it's just timeless. I mean, this stuff is so good. And I'm getting off point here. If you want to hear good music, listen to WDBX community radio, because these guys know what good music is, and we try to play music that people really like, and especially, the night lineups. I feel like people tend to play more of the older stuff, at least I do. So, if you get a chance, tune into the radio show. I'll have some surprises for you, because I pull from um, my record collection every week, and different things that I think everybody would like, and I just like sharing that with people. So be sure to take a listen if you feel so inclined to do so. And also, um, feel free to tell your friends, of course, about the channel. And I am going to be doing more review content style stuff. I just kind of like talking to you guys, because it kind of gives me a venting outlet sometimes. And I appreciate everyone listening. Um, but I'm going to try to get on a somewhat schedule with this. It's hard to say when my body is going to allow me to sit up and do it. It's crazy. But today was a good day, and I'm hoping that I'm hoping that we're on the up and up here. So, in other news, if anybody can tell me how, when you guys go out to, I don't know, a cookout or wherever you guys go, you know, gatherings or whatever, and you take your pipe with you, what kind of apparatuses or like um, styles of carrying cases do you guys use for your stuff? Because I've seen a lot of people use like different pouches and stuff, but like I feel like it would be a little hard for me to use some of them because of the way my hands are. Um, and I have trouble um, with a lot of fumbling and stuff because my hands are just kind of wacky sometimes, and I have trouble holding on to stuff and getting stuff in and out of pouches and stuff. Can you guys give me a recommendation or send me in the right direction of something that would be portable but also easy to access and easy to carry around, that's not bulky? Um, because I'd like to be able to take my pipe and stuff whenever I go out, but I don't really have a good uh, way to carry it around without it being a huge ordeal and a huge mess. Um, so if anybody could recommend something, I would really, really appreciate it. I'm having trouble with that aspect of things, but I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I I still, and if Jess over at Jess Piping, if you watch this video, I've got to say and also Central Cow Piper, you guys sent me a bunch of stuff. I still haven't gotten through even a quarter of that stuff yet. I haven't even gotten to some of it, so I'm just keeping it stored, and every now and then I'll pull something new out, and I will be uh, pleasantly pleasantly surprised at what I pull out. Sometimes I'll just reach in and pull something out, and it's like drawing a card. What blend am I gonna smoke today? And I just kind of go in there and pull something out, and it's been amazing. So I appreciate it. I haven't had to buy anything lately because I've got so much to choose from, and I'm enjoying it. But I haven't even been through. Uh, I haven't even scratched the surface yet. I don't feel like. But that's another thing too. I'm trying to figure out a way to store my tobaccos so that they're easily accessible and where they will be in a safe place. I've got a cabinet in my front room with a shelf that I've kept all the jars on, and it's dark in there, and it seems to be pretty cool, and it's pretty temperature controlled. I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but that's what I've been doing. Please tell me if I'm doing anything uh, offline or out of sync, because I don't want to ruin the tobaccos or anything. But um, it's easier to access when, because I had everything kind of in the box, and it's just hard to access the jars, and it takes up a lot of space if I don't put it up somewhere. So that's what I've got right now, and it seems to be working all right. I've had to dry some of it out because some of them I've noticed are a little bit moist for my taste, and they don't like to stay lit very well. So I had to dry a couple of them out a little bit because they seemed a little wet to me uh, for my personal liking. So it's a I got started really early today. I think I got up around 4:30, and I had breakfast, and my assistant came in and had a cup of coffee with me and got me going for the day and dressed, and um, now I'm just in here kind of spending some time in the office here, and um, my fiance has to go to work here in a little bit later today. So this may be one of a couple uploads today. I don't know. I'm just kind of going with it today because I'm feeling good, and I hope everybody else is too. And remember that, um, I got to thinking about something the other day, and this is this is kind of what keeps me um, kind of on track with sobriety and staying, you know, on the right path. Is if you think about it, if you love, say, your husband or your wife or your fiance or whatever the case may be, um, and it goes both ways, but it's like if you love these people, like in my case, why are you trying to kill their fiance or their son? Or, like, I had somebody ask me once, do you love God? And I said, of course. I said, do you love your family? Of course. Well, why are you trying to kill their brother or their son or their boyfriend? Why are you trying to kill them? Meaning myself with the things that I'm doing. And I thought about it, and it kind of hit me. Uh, Kind of hit me hard because, you know, that's a hell of a way to think about it. Like, you've got to do better because you are a husband or a wife or whatever the case may be. You are something to somebody, and to hurt yourself in any way with a substance or by just not taking care of yourself would be taking that away from them if something happened to you. And that's a hell of a way to look at it. So, you know, that being said, I'm trying to do better, and I want to be here for those who need me, and to enjoy my life because, you know, cerebral palsy is unforgiving. It really is. Uh, and I want to clarify that it is not a progressive disease. It is a condition that is characterized by stiff muscles and bad motor movements. Um, and it impairs uh, all of your limbs. I have a form of CP that's called quad, um, spastic diplegia. Di meaning two, quad meaning four. Die would mean that my legs are affected, uh, or the arms in some cases. It is a catch all term for a myriad of disorders that involve motor movement and sometimes, if severe enough, speech. If you notice if you've been around me long enough, you'll notice that I stutter sometimes and that I have um, I have a tendency to get caught up on my thoughts sometimes, and I have to stop and pause and think about what I'm saying in the middle of sentences. So that's part of it, and we also deal with symptoms or characteristics of like autism too, where we have uh, audio sensory kind of um, issues where loud noises are are bad, um, which is kind of weird considering I'm a musician and I've been around loud amplifiers and drums all my life. But like fireworks or sudden loud noises or movements, um, or like if somebody comes up behind you and like scares you, you know how people sometimes will come up behind you and scare you. That's not a good thing to do for us because it will send our body into a full blown spasm that is like a seizure, but you're not unconscious. It's like just your body will lock up. Um, it also affects um, it also can affect the sinuses. For some reason, they say that your sinuses are affected. Anything that's a muscle in your body, um, except maybe like your heart uh, or something like that. That's anything in your body that you control that is voluntary is affected. Like I have diaphragm spasms where if I breathe in and like it, if I get too hot and like it gets humid, I can breathe in air, but I can't get the air out because the diaphragm will lock up, and I'm just sitting there like holding my breath for anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. And that's really painful and can also be very dangerous. So I have to watch temperature. I have to watch what I do as far as environment. I can't be in a room full of, um, like, oddly enough, if I'm in a room where it's hot and there are a bunch of people, um, it can get really humid in there. and stuff. So I have to be kind of spread out when I'm in social gatherings. Like sometimes I have to remove myself and get some fresh air for a minute, and then I'll be fine. Just there's a lot of different things that happen, and they're really different for every person. Every case is different. Um, and for me, like, say, they don't allow it much anymore, but when people used to smoke inside bars, um, like, there's a couple of places that we used to play that smoking was allowed in bars. And it would be so thick in there with all the people that your eyes would burn, and like it would cause me to really have a problem with um, breathing because it was so hot and thick, and it was just bad. So I just kind of wanted to give everybody an insight. It's not something that can take my life, but there are complications that can arise that can become serious. Um, so I have to just be very cautious about what I do and make sure that I'm taking care of any potential warning signs of anything that could be more serious. So I just, wanted to give people insight because a lot of people might not know exactly what it's like. Um, the main thing, though, is the muscle spasms and the cognitive impairment. There's like I wasn't supposed to be able to talk. Um, when I was born, they said that I was probably going to be a vegetable and that I was probably not going to be able to ambulate or talk or do anything for myself. And here it is. I've grown up and I've been able to live on my own. I'm very much independent. Uh, I cook my own food. I've done my own laundry. I do my own dishes. You know, I do a lot more than what people gave me credit for being able to do. As I was growing up, they weren't sure, but God has been on my side through the whole thing and continues to be. So, I appreciate everyone's support, and I just wanted to give everybody a little insight as to what I do go through because, you know, it is a never ending circus. You never know what you're going to get from day to day. There may be days where I'm so stiff and sore that I don't want to move, and I usually don't. Um, I have my electric wheelchair here that I am in most of the time. I sleep in it too. It reclines, and I sleep in it. And if I need to get somewhere, I'm able to get myself there and do what I gotta do, and without doing too much movement. Um, but transfers, like going to the restroom and all of that stuff, that's a little tough, but I'm able to do that too. Um, but just a little insight on my condition as it is. And I can be fine one day and wake up stopped up and sneezing the next, especially in spring and summertime. And it's it's probably all the allergens in the air. I need to go somewhere like Florida where you know the weather is different or something. I need somewhere that's not as humid, really. I don't know if Florida would be the place, but I need to find some. I'd like to one day find somewhere where the climate's a little different. Um, and maybe that would help things too, but you never really know. It's it's just a never-ending cycle of dealing with symptoms, and if I have a symptom, then I deal with it as they come, and hope for having the most painless day that I can. I take a regimen of muscle relaxants and a I have a rescue inhaler for um, like asthma related symptom. Like, I don't know, I haven't been diagnosed with asthma, but because my sinuses are so bad, everything drains. Not to be gross, but everything goes to your chest. So they've given me an inhaler to make sure that my airways always stay clear. Um, so, it's just a bunch of stuff. It really is, and it's not gonna go away. I I um I can't remember his name. Sorry, I can't remember his name, but um, someone in the community gave me a shout out a couple days ago. I believe his name was Ethan, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember his channel name. It started with a P, but I can't remember his name. But thank you. I commented on his video that he mentioned me in to say thank you for the prayer uh, being on the prayer list. Carolina Rose, thank you for making sure that I was on that list of people to pray for. I really do appreciate it. Um, I appreciate the prayers all the time because you just never know, you guys. And I'm trying to live like my best life that I can. And hi, you want to say hello to the camera? This is my fiance Amber. She's coming in to check on me. How are you doing?
Good. Gotta get some socks.
You gotta get socks. Are you getting ready for work?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was making a video here and. No, you're fine. I just wanted to. You know, you're just gonna be on YouTube, that's all. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. She just woke up, you guys. But, and that's another thing. Insomnia is another part of CP that not a lot of people realize. We have very bad insomnia. You can ask Amber. I don't sleep much. I don't, do I?
Lately, I haven't been either.
Huh?
Lately, I haven't been either.
No, I think it's something in the air. But, see, we've got a lot of stuff here that we're trying to get things sorted and gone through, and everyday life of being in a small apartment with 3 cats and a lot of ambition. Did you find him?
Yeah.
Good. I'll be out in a little bit, okay? I love you.
I love you too.
She's wonderful. I love her to death. And she doesn't get on these videos much, but now you know who I was talking about earlier. That's my fiance Amber, and she's a wonderful, wonderful woman, and it's fantastic to share my life with someone who um, understands kind of how weird and messed up things can be for me. But it's it's just amazing, folks. I I try really hard to keep a brave face, but some days I feel like the devil tries to get me. Um, but I'm not gonna let him because I am a child of God, and that's stronger than anything. I I believe wholeheartedly in keeping the faith no matter what, but some days it's just you just gotta roll with the changes, as what's it REO Speedwagon said in the song, right? You roll with the changes, but it is what it is. I'm here and I'm happy, and I hope that everybody else is making memories with their loved ones just as I am. And I am going to sit and make another radio show here in a little bit, and maybe another video. I'll maybe review, um, give my actual thoughts on the Winchester here in a little bit. That'll be coming up in a little bit. I think I might do. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll probably do another video later today. I just wanted to get on. I know it's been about 3 weeks, and I had planned to do when I did the short the other day. I'd planned to do a video, and then I got sick again with a allergy attack. So, um, you know, roll of the dice, I guess. But I appreciate everybody who actually sits and listens to these, videos of me talking and stuff. It's kind of cool how everybody here just kind of talks about their lives and stuff. So, this is pretty much my life, is battling an annoying tenant that lives in my body that I can do nothing about. And having a warped sense of humor to get me through it. Um, I did a little bit of what I like to call strategically parked comedy, not stand-up comedy for obvious reasons. Uh, I'm doing that a little bit here and there too, and One of the running jokes is that my dreams of actually being a stand up comedian were crumbled at birth. But uh, dark humor always wins in my house. Um, but I have to be able to laugh at myself because if I didn't, I would probably be crying most of the time. And that's no good either. But anyway, it's Wheelchair Piper, and I'm glad to sit here with you and talk today. And I'll probably, like I said, be back with another video later. But until then, I just hope everybody's doing well. And remember to always put God and family above anything else. And stay sufficiently lit and enjoy life to the fullest. We will see you next time.